Hey guys, and fuck shit. This is the final episode of the temporary characters only, and this is if I don't know what the length of the video is going to look like, but it's probably going to be long, based on my test run anyway. Um, so I tried a couple things. I tried doing things with just the characters that we had, and well, it failed miserably. Harry doesn't have enough HP to really take things at face value. We don't have enough healing for him, and Balmrin sometimes can be helpful, but genuinely gets knocked out. So when that didn't work, I decided, what if I just increased their HP? I theoretically could just keep hunting a bunch of monsters for life seeds if I needed to. I did not, by the way. I'm just giving you the idea. I used the editor to see if I could do that, and even with a bunch of HP, it still did not work because well, we constantly had to keep healing, and honestly, it just got so slow that eventually we died because we didn't have enough leaves to really do much. So I tried doubling the characters, and I ran into another issue. I'll demonstrate that in a moment, but I essentially made duplicates of Young Bianca, Harry, excuse me, and Saber here, and with the HP boost. That's the other thing, because if without the HP boost, it's just really kind of useless. But there's a funny glitch that happens when you do that, and by funny I mean not very. But anyway, why don't I just go over some of the stuff that we are doing right now? First, I did not increase anything on Bianca. Bianca has enough HP that she is functional. Harry, being stuck at 50, he only had 210 HP or 250 HP. He died in 2 rounds or 1 round, and then we ran out of Yiggly's. So I increased his HP. Just so you know, yeah, playing this fairly, we can't win. We can't win. So that's why I'm doing it. But I still think this fight's going to be showing you a pretty fun, interesting challenge I have to do. So that's the only reason I'm showing you. Otherwise, yeah, the run ends at Nimzo, but I'm impressed with how far these guys got. But yeah, HP I decided 450 is enough HP to be fair without it being overkill, because that way everyone has 400 HP. So yeah, Harry and Saber got 450 HP. That's the only thing I changed. I didn't change any of their other stats. You're gonna see their duplicates in a moment though. So here's their stats, their final stats here. Bianca's always the fastest. Harry's got his otherwise same stats here. Same with Saber. He has nothing else increased other than his HP. All right, that's the main thing. They're duplicates. I didn't change anything else other than I literally copied and pasted them. That's all I did, just to give you an idea. So yeah, nothing else has changed. Now, what I did do, however, when I copied them is I literally copied and pasted them. That means we do have extra items we shouldn't have. This is not going to make the biggest difference, but it is going to make a difference. So, both Biancas have the exact same setup of a green hamlet, princess robe, golden tiara, scale shield, circle of life, sage stone, and one extra rebirth stone each. I had set it up so that Bianca has one and Saber had one originally, and then when I duplicated them, now we have more than that. I will not be interchanging that with anybody though. I am leaving it on each respective party. Even if though having 2 sage stones is going to be very helpful, it's believe me, it's not going to be so helpful that it breaks the game. Just so you know, the egg leaves, of course, are there. Same with Harry. We now have 2 war drums. I don't believe that's going to make a huge difference because honestly, it just gives us. With the way I have to play, you're going to see why this is not going to make a huge difference, and also because these are the only 2 that actually. Harry's is the only one that actually can use the war drum effectively. Otherwise, a bunch of Yiggly's and everything is matching. Saber, same thing. This is, by the way, he has Metal King armor because the flowing dress really only is there for fire protection, which he's going to be fire protected using Dragon Staff. So you're better off with the defense. Just heads up on that. But the same thing. I'm not splitting up any of the gear. Everything's staying on them. Rebirth Stone and same thing on him. Only one and Yiggly's. And just to show you real quickly, yeah, same gear. You can see it above. Same gear and same gear. Okay? Now, again, you would think this would be very broken, but there's going to be some caveats here. I did kick out young Harry and Honey because, well, even if I gave them HP, they'd just be sponges. That's all they'd be doing. And the other thing Though that would be helpful, by the way, with the way I have to play. But the other thing is because it was getting a little glitchy. Now, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why this is going to be the demo fight here, because we're not going to actually fight this way. There's a reason why things are balanced out. There's a glitch here. Because I doubled everybody up, characters seem to have a hard time doing anything. So, when I actually try going up to this fight, we're just going to hurry up and just show you. This is the demo, and then I'll meet you back when we actually fight them. But when we try to fight, when we have duplicates in the party, something weird happens when we have one of each person like this. So let's see. So normally I would say I'd have Bianca attack, I'd have Harry ward drum, and I'd have Saber transform. Something weird happens. Glitch. Estark's going. Pankraz goes. Nobody did actually did anything. They just played an animation, but that's it. Let's try everyone attacking. Nope, nothing. Only Pankraz gets to go. He did some good attacks. And it's like, what gives? Well, the problem is, if you have duplicates, the engine seems to get confused and skips their turns. So you think, okay, well, what if we do this? I put 2 Biancas in here. Sage Stone, attack. Bianca actually goes. So you figure, okay, we should be fine. So we'll just have them, 2 of the same person. But nope. Saber gets skipped now. Pankraz will always always do his job, though. That's the good news, though. But yeah, if we do this, the only way we can actually make things functional is essentially have 2 of the same person. Whoever has their doppelganger in there will actually get to do their turn. Anyone who doesn't does not get their turn. And so for the actual fight, we are going to be utilizing only basically 3 people get to actually take their turns. Pankraz and the duplicates. That's how we're going to run this fight. And the way I'll be doing it is, well, I'll show you in just a moment. Let me go ahead and back out of this, and we'll start this fight properly. And now for the actual fight. Estark! So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing a lot of shuffling, and as before, I can only change one at a time because things get messy. So first, we're going to change you to... We're going to do Young Saber. Next, we're going to change you to the hero. And last, we're going to change you back to Pankraz. Pankraz always gets a turn. We could do something. We're essentially have to have an empty slot in the second slot. Now, theoretically, what I could have done is had one of the, like, young Henry or young, Honey, in there. Maybe giving them the HP boost too, but I decided to try to do less. I don't want to go that far in it, because again, they would want, for one thing, they'd only be basically balloons that need to be popped. And also, that's more reviving we have to do. So Temp's is going to take Temp's coffin is going to be taking place in here. There will be some other things that we'd be messing around with, by the way, though. But for the moment, this is how it's going to work. So, for this first round, we want damage. So, Dragon Staff, double Dragon Staff, and go. Believe me when I say this is still not going... This is still kind of cheating, but it's still a challenge. I'm having Pankraz be the tanker. There's going to be a method to my madness here. So, for now, we just want damage. That's fine. If Pankraz goes down, we'll be switching things around. For now, it's just get some damage in. We want the damage. Okay. Pankraz is not down yet. And he gave us a heal. We're going to go ahead and keep going. We wanted Pankraz to go down before we switch. Okay. Oh. Well, there goes one. In that case, we're going to go ahead and have you Dragon Staff again. Because he only is going to get one turn. Nice. The more crits we can get, the better. Good attack. Alright. Pankraz, are you going to go down yet? There you go. Finally. Now, we're going to switch in. Let's see. I'm going to say we'll do Harry. Oh. Sorry, it gets a little confusing sometimes when we're switching these guys around. We're going to have one do the drums and the other do a Yiggly on Pankraz. Should have did any other... Well, you basically just wanted him to use that. Alright. You drum, you attack. Yeah, we're never not going to know which one's going to do what, unfortunately. Alright, now is a case where I'm actually going to switch in the Biancas now. Yeah, I got the right person. Okay. The Biancas are only going to Sage Stone. They're going to be doing some background healing for our party in the so that Saber and Harry can get a little bit more HP. This is to help save a little bit of Yigglies. Alright, Pankraz down. We're going to have you, Sage Stone, and you are going to do the Yiggly on Pankraz. They also have the most resistance, really. Well, actually, if you see, Pankraz has a lot of resistances. He just resists Kaboom naturally. Bianca does not have that same thing, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, we're going to do another round of healing, and then it's going to be switching out some people. But Pankraz right now is our steady damage, even if it's very little. Or, if we're lucky, he's kind of our gambler in a way. We want to help he crits. Alright, let's take a look at our HPs of people here. Harry's full and Saber's full. Okay, let's switch in the Sabers. And let them blast them flames. I think the Harrys are still attacked up now. But anyway, this is what I mean. We got to do some really crazy things here. And good. You disruptive waved. Oh, the Sabers are going to be hit hard. One Saber's fine at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and Dragon Step. When I did my test run, I initially thought that only doppelgangers can revive their doppelgangers. But then I remembered, oh wait, you can always change one if you need to. Okay, let's switch in the Harrys. The hardest part is keeping track of who has what buffs on still. I think Harrys are both on their attack. Yes! We want to bait out disruptive waves all the time where we can. Alright, you guys can still keep doing it. Okay. Main thing is we don't want anyone going down yet, really. We don't want both sets of people going down. It's okay if one does, but we don't want both. I'm going to go with the Biancas now. Okay. You have one leaf used. You have none. We're going to have you use it. It's on Pankraz. I really wish that Bianca could actually equip the silver shield at least, but unfortunately, yeah. I mean, our daughter can. You would have thought Bianca could. And it's supposed to be the lighter weight shield, but none of the wives do get to equip very good shields, though, so... Oh yeah, and also Pankraz will be healing every now and then, too, so that'll help us out. But anyway, let's go with the double Sage Stone again. And again, yes, this double Sage Stone, I agree, is probably a little bit overkill, but I'm just telling you, I could not win without save stating, maybe, or massive manipulation of the AI using, like, you know, wagon strats and save stating, would I be able to actually get through this. What I might have been able to get away with is, I don't know, maybe doing only Pankraz and one person, and anytime one dies, revive him. That probably would have worked, but it would be very obnoxious, very long, and not even guaranteed to work. Alright, we're going to do another round of Sage Stoning. I'm talking a lot, I know. But believe me, this is... I've been just going back and forth, and I decided this is the most... double Cold Breath, you suck. There's the most I could do with what we had. Alright, let's see how our HP is doing here. I'm going to double Harry. Mostly because I could see their Yiggleaves, and... Okay, you used one so far. We kind of want to balance out who uses the Yiggleaves. Okay. You haven't used one, you use it, and you attack. But yeah, Harry does not have any sort of help when it comes to this. I am going to now switch over to the sabers. And oh yeah, I forgot. You gotta refresh. They can actually go down and be fine because they have, they do have their, what do you call it? Rebirth stones, so. I am utilizing a lot of items here, though, so. Alright, you're fine. You used yours, okay. Ideally, you want to keep them in, at least one person in the pocket with that. Alright, that's fine. Thank you. I am going to say we probably should be Bianca-ing. You know what? I am, because that way we can transform them and use their Yiggly if I need to as well. So let's... No, stop. You'll just freeze up if we do that. So let's double Sage Stone and go. This does make me wonder if this means that I could literally have 4 Biancas in here or something. It'd be amusing to see something weird like that. Or like 4 of the same character just trying to see if they could do it with just 4 of themselves. I mean, could 4 Harrys do this? Probably not, especially with only 1 Sage Stone and then 2, I'd have to do a lot of shenanigans. Alright. Now we're going to switch in the Sabers, who have much more leaves. You used 1, I'm going to have you transform. You use yours. Wait. Actually, no, you use your Rebirth Stone. That's what you use. So you go ahead and use this on Pankraz, and you transform. I'm trying to conserve the one with the Rebirth Stone still. Okay, you took some damage. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna just double Dragon Stepping again. We're waiting for the one in the back to take some actual damage. There we go. If the Saber actually survives, cool. Oh, cool, and you got a little bit of HP there. We can go double Harry now. Again, it's about getting damage out. I think they are still... Yep, they are still oomped. Okay, that's fine. Good, heal yourself. I'm not going to worry about giving more MP to Pankraz. Really, once he's done, and he's just going to focus on attack. Alright, you're war drumming, you're going to attack. That's fine. First Harry not down? Oh, okay, cool. Alright, now we're going back to our heal crew here. Okay, heals. I probably should be fast-forwarding some of these, but I try not to do that for the first ones. Okay, Pankraz down. I'm gonna have let me see. You have 4 left. Healing. You have 4 left. All right, you go ahead and revive Pankraz. By the way, I could actually try farming. Well, I can't get extra Sage Stone, but I could farm Rebirth Stones. Theoretically, it would just take forever because I think they're only from there's such a rare drop from one of the end boss monsters here. All right, go ahead and double Sage Stone again. We got to get the other crew ready. But there is ways for others to revive others, at least. Because I could just change Pankraz out for somebody else if I need to. Alright. Thank you. Alright, how is everybody's HP? Almost full. The sabers are full. So we'll do one more round of healing. But yeah, this is the way I have to do this fight. And I hope this is at least interesting and doesn't feel like too cheaty. Oh, wow, Pankraz, nice dodge. Alright, we did our rounds of healing. Everyone is about at full. I'm going to say go double Harry. I'm going to assume they are oomphed up. There we go. That's fine. Okay, let's go. Not double oomph. That doesn't work. Attack. I'm allowing them to do this one. Cool. Well, thank you for that. I am going to say we're going to still make that oomph work. Alright, by one Harry. I wasn't expecting that one, but okay, sure. Alright, for this, here's what we're going to do. I think these guys are transformed at the moment, so I'm going to go with double Bianca. Alright, you have 3. You have 3 Sage Stone. You have 4. You revive Pankraz first. Come on. Annoying cold breath. And now we're going to switch you with Harry, because only Harry would be freezing, but since he's dead, we can do this. You have 3 still. You're going to Sage Stone. We're going to have you revive Harry. One Bianca might be going. Alright, we're good. Switch you back with Pankraz. How is the HP for everybody here? I'm going to go with Double Saber. Yeah, they are transformed. Theoretically, I could have put you Staffs of Salvation on the Henrys at one point, but nah. The Sabers have the best possibilities to revive people with, so I'm kind of hoping for Disruptive Wave. That's a shame. Alright. Mostly because they don't really use items much. We're going to use the double Henry. I need to use them for reviving. I'm going to have you do this. Damn. This sucks when you have to heal, but you also need to revive. Attack anyway. Alright, well, we wasted a Disruptive. Breath? Yeah, there goes one Harry. Once again, let's go ahead with the double Bianca. We're going to have them both Sage Stone, because we need to get some healing passed around. One Bianca's going to go down. Nice crit. You have 2 left. You have 3, but you have the Rebirth Stone. Okay. We got to get some healing going. What I essentially need is a Disruptive Wave to hit our cats. I don't think it's both of them. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Good, keep those crits up. How is everyone's HP? Alright, we still need another round of healing, so, okay. Yeah, those double life rings are definitely helping with Bianca, though, too. By the way, you can't... I didn't try it, and I'm not going to, but I can't imagine putting 2 life rings on her would just make her heal even more, or not. Oh, thank you for that. Alright, that should be enough. Next, we can go ahead and switch in the cats, because we want them to get Disruptive Waved, so that we can use their Yig Leaves instead. Okay? Well, shit. I really wanted that to work. Debating if I really want them to stay out there or not. Let's just do this the right way, and if we run out of things, then we'll start struggling instead. Alright. You have 3. You revive him. You have 2. You Sage Stone. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta get Harry back up as well. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. As long as Pankraz is still alive, because we just really want to make sure that yeah, here we go. We just want to make sure that we have at least two people out here and one being revived at a time. All right. Let's see. You have 3. I want you to drum. You have 4. They might both go down. Yeah. That was unfortunate. I'm throwing up the cats now because we really need to use their leaves. And also we need damage. That's immune. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna risk this for a bit. We have ways to make this work. You disruptive wave them, you piece of shit. I mean, if one goes down, it's not the end of the world either. Okay. We're gonna have to go now double Bianca. And then next, we're gonna also change one of you to the dead saber cat. Alright. Sage Stone. Yig. Very good. Now that we have at least one saber cat up. I hate having to use just one, but whatever. Alright, next, you have 5. We're going to have you use the revive, because I think the other one is, yeah, in breath form. It gets messy, guys. Next, we're going to get a Harry in there. Use it on Harry. One down. He got his rebirth stone in. Switch to you. Use up your Yig leaves, dude. Oh, you have 3. Cool. Okay. Dragon Staff again. We gotta keep the damage going. He should only be on 1 turn thanks to the rebirth stone. Or not. I guess because we changed the party. Okay, you're back up. And we're going to go ahead and have you use this on Saber. We do need their Yig leaves, so... let's see. The Harrys are okay, but I think I'm going to switch this to double Bianca for a bit and just get some Sage Stones in, because they only have 1 to 2 leaves each, so yeah. Not death yet. Like I said, this is going to be a long one. Alright. These 2 can do some damaging, and right now these guys are in okay health enough that we can go ahead and, what do you call it? Have these guys use some Yig leaves too. You drum. You attack. Good. We got a disruptive wave. Yeah, that's okay with me. Another drum. We essentially just need someone to be attacking. You know what? Harry's in a tough spot. I'm gonna say let's not. I really wish that some of their spells actually did anything. You guys are not a good time to use you yet, actually. Ideally, technically, I should have had 1 Sage Stone on one team and 1 Sage Stone on another team, but I also don't think it works out in the end that way either, because, well, the Sage Stone doesn't keep up with either of the other doppelgangers, for Cats or Harry. Bianca at least has a bit of a shot. We're healing 110 each turn, so yeah. Alright, now we're going to switch to the Cats so that... Here we go. So that we can use one of their Yiggly's. You have 3. You have 4. Use it on Pankraz. We're trying to, again, still bait out a, what do you call it? Alright, I'm going to switch back now to the Biancas to heal, but we're trying to bait out disruptive waves. Oops. But I also want to get some heals on Biancas, as well as the Harrys too. And... well, thank you. That was his last mid-heal. Now he's going to be on full attack. How is our HP looking? 394, 386, 367, 451. They can go out now. Because Pankraz is going to be going down soon. And I don't want the Biancas to go down at the same time. So I'm going to say... let the Harrys do this. I'm going to assume they both are... one of them or both are oomped. Yes! Because Pankraz should be going down soon. Alright, that's fine with me. Let's see. You have 6. Okay. Ah, worth a shot. He really does not like buffs. Get some crits, please. Ugh. He's not like Alina, but he does have some pretty good moments here. Alright, you have 6. You have 4. Okay. You may survive one more round, who knows. Alright, Disruptive Wave, nice. Okay, now we're going to switch you back the Saber Cats in, because they're not both doubled in. Let's see, you have 3. I'm just going to use this just in case one's transformed. Yep, that's why I'm glad I did it! Okay, now we need some heals, because everyone's a little bit dire. The Biancas are going to have to be revived by others, so... yeah, let's see. Sage Stones. Man. Like I said, this is definitely a challenge and a slog, though. Crit! I'm going to say another round of healing needed for the background peoples. Wagon peoples. Okay, some ouch. But yeah, when people aren't buffed, it gets really rough. Alright, let's switch in... I think the Harrys this time, though they aren't buffed right now. Because one of you had 4... I'm just going to assume... go ahead and do that. You had 5. Okay, the other one, so... you Drum, you Yiggly. They should survive a round. Should. Okay. The Sabers are mostly okay. Biancas are going to be in trouble, though. If you think I'm being overly conservative, I still don't think I am. I suppose a World Do would have been pretty good here once. But... you know what? I think this is slightly better anyway. Also, he used a turn to Disruptive Wave thanks to the what do you call it? The drum. That was good. Let me see. The Sabers are fine right now, but only one is transformed. I think I will go ahead. We want to get damage out, so let's go with the Double Saber. And we're going to have to get... yeah, you only have 2 left. At this point, you should transform. Good. Nice. We got the Disruptive Wave that I wanted, but a little early. I was hoping that this one would take some damage. I'm going to say you transform... oh, this one only has 2. This one only has 3. You know what? At this point, that's fine. Right now, the Harrys have better Yiggly's. We really got to optimize those Yiggly's, though. I am starting to think, though, I should be fast-forwarding. Okay. Let's get the Harrys... This is why it gets really tough here. Well, switching the Harrys out. You have 4. I'm gonna have you... I think they're oomph, by the way. So I'm gonna have you, Yiggly. You have also 4. I'm gonna have you defend. This is a case where I really do need to defend. I don't think that one's surviving, though. Oh! Wow, they did. Okay. Get our Biancas... No. We do that, it's gonna glitch. Get our Biancas out. Not in the best order, but whatever. This is what happens when you don't have healers, too. Seriously, you need at least one person that can do a full heal. I feel. Or they can at least keep themselves alive. Let's keep double sage stoning for now. It's, as you see, though, they can't keep up the whole time. If they only did one flame breath, they could keep up, but sadly, they cannot. Let's see, how are they? The sabers are fine. Harrys are not. I'm going to throw the sabers out for now. At least we're fast enough to really get revives in if we need them to. But right now, the sabers have more steady damage right now. Alright, I'm fine with that. And I'm also fine with that. Now that we have them transformed, we can at least use their Yigleaves if we need to. So I'm going to switch back to the Biancas because, well, their time is about to be up soon anyway. But they also need to get their heals on. So that we can revive her and not have to worry about reviving Pankraz too. God. Oh no. Alright, well, one did survive. So let's go ahead, get rid of you for now, put Saber in, and it's weird that she's marked as red still though, but whatever. We're gonna put the dead Bianca there. Live Saber here. You have 2, just in case he's transformed. You have 3. Okay, you're gonna be the reviver. So you do this. You revive Bianca. We are hoping he'll do a disruptive wave. That's a shame. Okay. Now that we got her back in, Pankraz come back. Let's see. Harrys are not quite there yet. Get Bianca's back in. And let's double Sage Stone. And if you don't remember why I can't do change, I have to do change 1 each time. If I do change all, Pankraz is an autofill. It could delete him, and we don't want him deleted. Even if he's about to get deleted here. Alright, well, we got our heals in. Let's see. Saber still can use theirs. I'd rather use up theirs first because, well, them using this is not a big deal. If you do this... Yeah, one is still transformed. Okay. But this way I also don't have to worry about them as much. If I need to revive in the future, I could say, well, these guys are just damaged fodder. Alright, one Saber no longer has any leaves. Thank you for doing that. Alright. First things first, change you back to Pankraz. You have no more left. You have 2. Okay. We're going to save you for reviving, I guess, then. The Harrys haven't done much lately. Let's throw them in. I don't think they're drummed, if I remember right. But you know what? I have to assume they are in the first round. Oh, they are. Good. That way we don't waste a turn. Good. Crit? Man, Pankraz has not been pulling up here. You have 4. You have the better revive chances right now. You have 3. Okay. Okay. We're going to switch you guys out for now, the Biancas. Because Pankraz is going to go down, and we also want to make sure that when he does, we have someone that is in decent health enough to revive him. Okay. Honestly, Pankraz is a balloon, of anything. If you don't know what I mean by that, like if you ever played Pokemon, Wobbuffet is like a big giant balloon. He has a lot of HP, not great defenses, but he has great counterattacks based on his HP. Pankraz isn't really a counterattacker, but he can at least soak in the hits. You are yigging, you are transforming. I'm hoping reviving Saber. Nope, reviving Saber's down. No, he survived. Go you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we need healing. I really hope Pankraz actually gets some crits in. We need more. I mean, more heat attacks, the more chances at least, but still. Nah. I mean, at least he's doing some steady chip damage, even if it's not much. I think he's oomphed still, technically? I'm not sure. It helps with messing with this guy. Nice crit! Oh! I was not expecting that yet. I thought I was turtling too much, but no, we got it. Also, sorry about that lag. That something happened weird on my devices here, but we did it. And only 88 turns. Actually, that's very similar to how we did with just the hero and regular Balmrin, so that's interesting. But okay, that's how we did it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little experiment, and I hope, again, that this was at least interesting enough that, what do you call it, that you could find this, pretty, interesting. I'm sorry, this is an interesting enough fight, especially considering the limits on Harry, because Harry, yeah, he does not get good equipment. This is his best equipment that he can get. I was hoping to be surprised and finding out that maybe he could equip some cursed gear or something. But no, Ringhand Whip, best weapon. Dragon Mail is the best armor he gets. Iron Shield, best shield. Iron Mask. Again, I was hoping that something was universal, but no. They did not give him much. They gave him a couple surprises. I didn't expect him being able to use the Sleeping Sword later on, but yeah. And Saber's literally a copy and paste of regular Saber, except that he can only get to level 20. So he was already limited and doomed to start. And Bianca is basically the same, just same as him, just gets limited spells. Excuse me, I got hiccups out of nowhere. Except limited spells. It would have helped if she could have learned Kafrizzle, because then she would have been amazing. But then again, it wouldn't be as much of a challenge. I also wouldn't have had to duplicate them. And Pankraz was definitely the most useful of the temporary characters. Even if he was, as you saw, not as strong as you'd like, he was very tanky. He had so many resistances that I did not expect. So I appreciate that. And Honey was surprisingly useful for a while, even if her AI was all over the place. And of course, young Harry was the most useless. I really was hoping that I could level him up or something, or at least control him. But no, that would have been interesting just to have a very blank slate type of attacker. But that's it for the temporary character run here, and I'll be doing some other edited runs eventually. I haven't decided what type though I could be doing. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next challenge run. Bye-bye.